3.10 approval setting. Now we want to do some setting for approval setting. So before I explain, you have to go back to my company and select the 1, 2, 3, 4 by your name of the company. Then once you already enter the HR portal, you have to go to Tools, then select User Setting, Approval Setting. Approval setting means under approval setting by default, we already created for you 2 types of approval setting, which is for claim approval and also for leave approval. Means approval setting here, if let's say employee want to apply leave, who will be their approval? Either HR, either subscriber, either any boss. You have to decide. And if employees submit claim, who will be approve their claim? So this one will involve with our next chapter, which is chapter 14, employee self-service portal. So in order for us to allow our employee to use their ESS, employee self-service, to apply leave and submit claim, we must set their approval. So we start with leave first. So you click on edit. Now let's say if different department you want to set with different types of approval, or all department you want to set with the same approval, you can just only use the one provided by the system. If let's say different department you want to set different approval, then our advice is you can add new later the approval by department. So the first one, the title, we change to OPE. As later in chapter 14, we will only use Cindy Lauder as an example. So Cindy Lauder is under OPE department. Alright, operation department. So that's why we only give one example of leave approval and claim approval. And the approval for leave range from day 0 to 365. This one equal to per year. Under edit approval group, you will see we have flat approval and sequential approval. You have to be very careful on these 2 things. If you choose flat approval means, let's say you have more than one approval. Let's say the first one is this is the approval, and then you assign the second email. The second email approval will be, let's say, AC Payroll. This is AC Payroll. If you still remember in the previous chapter, in the previous task, we assign this AC Payroll as our HR user. So Emma Sam, this is the email for subscriber user. This is the email for payroll user. So let's say if under flat approval, you assign these 2 person as your approval, means both of them, once let's say example, Cindy Lauder apply leave and Cindy Lauder apply leave and submit. So both of these apa pemboleh and also subscriber will receive the notification and email. But both of them need to approve in order for the leave of Cindy Lauder to be approved. Alright, both of these email must give approval in order the leave applied by Cindy Lauder to be approved. Okay, if you check for sequential approval, if you tick for sequential approval means one by one by level we receive the notifications. If you select the first one will be subscriber, means subscriber will receive a notification on the leave application. As long as the first approval, which is the subscriber, did not approve or did not cancel or reject the leave, the second person of approval, the second level of approval will never receive the notification of the leave application. Means they will follow level by level. Who is the first level that you set? Who is the second level that you set? Means it will go by sequence. The first level first approve, then only the second level will receive the notification. And then let's say if you put the third level, after the second level approve for the application, then the third will we receive the notification. So it will go by level. But for this training purpose, we will use flat approval, and we will only apply for one approval, which is the subscriber. So we cancel for the HR approval. So once you're done, you can choose the department, which is we only want to choose for OPE. You untick for default, you choose for OPE, but you must be very careful. If you see have this arrow button, you have to click this arrow button to expand under OPE. If you still remember, in the previous chapter, under branch chapter, we already created 2 branches under correction. If you still remember, on the department chapter, we already created 2 departments under OPE, which is operation department. We already create 2 sub departments. So under OPE, we have ordering, order processor, and also purchasing. So you must be very careful. So we assume any staff under OPE, if they request leave later, will be approved by apa pun boleh. Because if you still remember, we assign apa pun boleh as a HR. So later we will try out and use apa pun boleh as a HR to approve leave request by operation department. So once we have done, you click on save. Approval group updated successfully, click on continue. Now we edit for the second one, claim. Claim also we need to edit for the title. We put for OPE claim. Approval for claim, no changes. Range from amount is 0 until 9999. Okay, or if you refer to the cost book, we have changed the OPE claim, the range amount up to 10,000 only. Means if let's say any persons or any staff under this OPE operation department, if they want to claim only up to 10,000. So again, I will not explain anymore for the flat approval and sequential approval. Flat approval is anyone that you assign as approval have to approve. If you choose sequential approval, by sequence. And then we have to choose OPE expand, and you have to check this one. If you check only OPE, and this one will still be disabled for you. Means later, if let's say senior lauder wants to apply leave or claim, you will not receive the notification. So you must be very careful on this one. Whatever have the arrow button, you have to expand, and you have to check manually the sub department under this main department. And the user at the bottom here is the approval. So for approval also, I will choose the same approval, which is AC Payroll 99 for apa pun boleh. Then save. So we have created and modified 2 examples for operation department if they apply claim and leave. So if you want to differentiate the approval setting by department, you can add new and create another title for another department's claims and leave. So we have done for approval setting. So in the next chapter, you will learn how to access in the ESS and how to approve as a HR.